Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Lauren and I live in Los Angeles, California in a tiny 500 square foot one bedroom apartment. I have probably, give or take, 40 different plants in my houseplant collection so far, so I'm excited to show you my living room portion of the collection today. And if you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more plant videos. Here's my living room, and as you can see, I have a rather large south-facing window where it gets pretty bright light. So I keep everything here that likes bright indirect light or low light conditions. And then over to the left of the window, I have a little plant shelf that I like to keep propagations and other smaller plants on. Here I'm propagating a cutting of a philodendron Brazil in water, and this plant is so pretty. I love the variegation. It's very easy to propagate, and it just actually started sprouting a root a few days ago. And here I have a golden pothos propagating in water, and again, this plant is super easy to propagate, and it's really fun to watch grow because you get to see all the root systems starting to build out in the water, and it's really fascinating to watch. And then once your propagations get big enough, you can plant them in dirt like I did. And then here on the second shelf, I have a plant that I'm not 100% sure what it is. When I picked it up at the store, it didn't have a little tag to say what it was. However, I think it's a Tradescantia of some sort. It has this beautiful purple tone to the underside of the leaves that kind of reminds me of the Tradescantia Sabrina, or aka the Wandering Jew. So that's what I'm going with for now. If you happen to know the actual name of this plant, please leave it in the comments below. And next to my Tradescantia, I just have another small philodendron Brazil that was originally a water propagation. And here's my Fittonia. It's also known as the nerve plant. And this plant likes pretty high humidity. You can see mine is kind of small. I haven't been able to give it the humidity that it really likes, so I mist it from time to time, but I should mist it more regularly and keep it on a rock tray. However, this plant is still alive and it's still a very beautiful plant in my collection. And here I have my little lucky bamboo. It's actually planted in dirt. When I first got it, it was a set of 3 stalks in water. And I didn't realize that you have to eventually plant them in dirt or size up the pot because they will get root bound and root rot. So I was able to manage to save this portion, and it's starting to do just fine in dirt. And then over here next to my window, I have my pearls and jade pothos. This does grow a little slower and require more light than a typical golden pothos, but the variegation is just so beautiful and so worth the wait. And over here in the window, I have my Tradescantia zebrina. And this plant is just so rewarding. The leaves are so pretty. They're, you can't really see it here, but they're like almost silver and purple and just so beautiful. This plant is so easy to care for. I definitely recommend picking one up. And hanging above my Tradescantia zebrina is my mother philodendron Brazil. I call it the mother because it's the plant that I've taken all my cuttings from. And I love the leaves. They're heart-shaped, variegated. It's so pretty how it binds down around the macrame plant holder. It's just really a beautiful plant to have. And here is my Ficus elastica decora, also known as a variegated rubber tree. And I know that all the leaves are beautiful, but this, in my book, has the most beautiful watercolor painted leaves that I have ever seen. And it's growing beautifully in this south-facing window. It's putting off new leaves like this one here. It's so cute. And here you can see my beautiful Monstera deliciosa plant, and this plant really does live up to its name. It is a monster. My mom got this for me just a few months ago, and it has like quadrupled in size. It put off new leaves all winter long, and they are just so huge and have beautiful splits. And here is a Sansevieria that I'm trying to save from dying. It had babies, the mother plant had babies, and so I separated the babies and didn't save enough of the root ball on the mother, and so when I planted it back in dirt, it started dying. So this is my last effort to try to save it. I'll keep you guys posted on how it goes. And down here next to the TV stand where I have the propagation, I have my Sansevieria collection. I like to keep it down here because it's not as bright, and Sansevieria can thrive in really almost any light condition, but they don't mind lower light. And the tall guy in the back is my Sansevieria laurenti, also known as a snake plant. And I love the way that it fills up the space over here, and the variegation on the leaves is super pretty with the yellow band around the edge. It hasn't grown a ton since I put it here, but I really like the height that it's at, so I'm fine with it staying where it's at. And then over here I have my whalefin sansevieria. I am obsessed with this plant. First of all, I named him Neil Armstrong because he's just one giant leaf. And secondly, look at this plant. It's just so stunning. The structure alone, just that it survives with just one giant leaf, is amazing to me. And then here next to Neil, I have my Sansevieria starfish and my Sansevieria samurai. This is my Sansevieria starfish, and I just love this plant. It is so rewarding to look at. As you can see, it's putting off a baby, and it's just really low maintenance. It requires very little water. It can survive low light conditions, although it will do better with brighter and direct light, as will all Sansevierias. And here's my Sansevieria samurai, and I just love the way this plant looks. It is so majestic and so pristine. It's just such a grandiose plant, and actually the ends of the leaves there are really sharp, so if you have one, please keep it away from small children and pets. And last but not least, I have my two Sansevieria honii, which basically the honii means that bird's nest formation. And what I'm so excited about with these guys is that they're both putting off babies. This is the basic trifasciata coloration, and then here you have the basic green variety. I don't know, but its baby is so pretty. It's this like white silver, and that's exactly what drew it to me at the store. So I can't wait to see how it turns out. If you know the variety of this Sansevieria, please leave it in the comments below because I would love to be able to find it. So thank you for watching my plant tour. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to know anything else about any of the plants that you saw today, please feel free to ask me down below in the comments, and stay tuned for more videos.